The Galactic Xenobiology Reserve sprawled across 3 continents of Theta Prime, a sanctuary for the universe's most dangerous and misunderstood creatures. Today, it hosted 24 cadets from the Interspecies Military Academy, their hover platform gliding silently past enclosures containing beings that could atomize planets or dream entire civilizations into existence. Liam pressed his face against the transparent shield, his breath fogging the surface. At 19, he was the youngest human in his cohort, and his instructors often reminded him of it. The other cadets, Zenthri warriors with their chitinous armor, Vex navigators with their crystalline minds, and Korthine engineers with their 6 dexterous limbs, kept their distance from the exhibits, maintaining the careful respect their species had learned over millennia. Next, we have Specimen X7, commonly known as a Dravothian worm, announced their guide, a nervous Pelion whose scales flickered between blue and yellow. Please maintain maximum distance. This creature has been in isolation for 47 cycles. No one has successfully approached within 50 meters without triggering a defensive response. The platform descended into a massive biodome that simulated the volcanic landscapes of Dravath Prime. At its center, coiled like a mountain of obsidian and starlight, rested the dragon. Liam's heart stuttered. The creature was magnificent, easily 100 meters from snout to tail, with scales that seemed to contain galaxies, shifting between deep purples and blacks with occasional bursts of luminescence. Its wings, folded against its massive body, could have blotted out suns. One eye, closed, was larger than their entire hover platform. "It's lonely," Liam whispered. His companion, Nia, turned to look at him. She was a year older, human like him, with dark eyes that had seen too much during their frontier colony upbringing. "What? Look how it's positioned, facing the entrance. It's waiting for someone." Nia followed his gaze, then shook her head. "Liam, don't. I know that look. Remember what happened with the Void Serpent last month? That worked out fine. You were in medical for 3 days." The guide continued nervously. "The Dravothian worm is classified as hyper-intelligent and extremely territorial. Its species communicated through thermal resonance and electromagnetic patterns. This specimen was rescued from a dying star system, but has rejected all contact. We maintain it humanely, but has anyone tried just talking to it?" Liam asked. The platform fell silent. Several cadets turned to stare at him. The guide's scales flushed a deep orange alarm mixed with confusion. "Cadet, the creature doesn't use verbal communication. But has anyone tried?" Liam persisted. He was already moving toward the platform's exit hatch. Nia grabbed his arm. "Liam, no. This isn't some stray creature. That thing could incinerate you with a thought. Or maybe it just needs a friend." Liam pulled free gently and unsealed his lunch container from his pack. A simple meal of synthesized protein and actual, earth-grown apple slices, a rare luxury his mother had sent from the colony. "Cadet, return to the platform immediately." The guide's voice cracked with panic, but Liam was already climbing down the emergency ladder, his boots touching the scorched volcanic soil. The heat hit him immediately, intense enough to make his academy uniform's cooling system struggle. Around him, warning klaxons began to wail. The dragon's eye opened. It was like staring into a collapsing star. Infinite depth, ancient intelligence, and something Liam recognized from his own reflection after lonely nights on the colony. Profound isolation. "Hey there," Liam said softly, taking slow steps forward. Behind him, he heard Nia shouting, heard the guide calling for emergency containment. But he kept walking. "I'm Liam. You look like you could use some company." The dragon's massive head lifted, nostrils flaring. Electromagnetic pulses rippled through the air, making Liam's hair stand on end. The creature could kill him in a dozen different ways before his next heartbeat. Liam sat down cross-legged on the hot stone, 50 meters becoming 40, then 30. He opened his lunch container. "I've got some apple. It's from Earth, my homeworld. Probably nothing like Dravothian food, but it's pretty good. Sweet, crunchy." He held up a slice. The dragon's eye focused on the small offering, then on Liam's face. A low rumble emerged from its chest, not threatening, but curious, questioning. "I know what it's like," Liam continued, his voice steady despite his racing heart. "Being far from home, Being surrounded by people who don't quite understand you. My colony was the only human settlement in the sector for years. It gets quiet in your head, you know? The electromagnetic pulses shifted, becoming rhythmic. A pattern. The dragon was listening. Liam held out the apple slice. You don't have to take it, but the offer's there. No expectations, no requirements, just, if you want it. For 17 seconds Nia counted. Later nothing happened. The entire reserve held its breath. Containment teams positioned themselves at the dome's entrances. Evacuation protocols initialized. Then, with impossible delicacy for a creature that could swallow starships, the dragon extended one enormous claw. It was the size of a transport shuttle, obsidian dark with veins of light pulsing through it. The tip, sharp enough to pierce battle armor. Carefully plucked the apple slice from Liam's palm. The dragon brought it to its mouth. The slice disappeared. Another rumble, deeper this time. The electromagnetic patterns bloomed into something complex, beautiful almost like music. The dragon's scales rippled with colors Liam had no names for. Then the creature lowered its massive head, positioning it just 3 meters from where Liam sat. An invitation. A trust. Liam stood slowly and walked forward. He placed one hand on the dragon's snout. It was warm, textured like cooled lava, and he could feel the creature's ancient heartbeat thrumming through it. There you go, Liam whispered. Not so alone anymore. The dragon's electromagnetic song filled the dome, and for the first time in 47 cycles, 10-7 the Dravothian worm that no one could approach began to purr. Up on the platform, Nia turned to their shocked instructor. That, she said with a mixture of exasperation and pride, is why humans are dangerous. We keep forgetting that some things aren't supposed to be possible. The guide's scales had turned a color no one had seen before. Odd silver. Your species, the Pelion whispered, doesn't understand the concept of unapproachable, do you? Nia watched her friends sit beside a creature that could end civilizations, sharing apple slices and talking like they were old companions. No, she smiled. We really don't. Below, Liam and the dragon shared lunch. Two lonely souls finding understanding across the vast distance between stars, because sometimes the most powerful force in the universe is simple. Stubborn kindness offered without fear. And that, the galaxy was learning, was the most human thing of all.